This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell and Missy Kohler. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson. This segment of the news is brought to you by Silver State Health, bringing quality medical and psychiatric care to Pahrump. Call 775-505-1214 for an appointment.
Welcome to News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
I'm Missy Kohler, and today is Wednesday, December 2nd.
Well, Pahrump will host a big event this weekend honoring people working in film, art, music, and entertainment. Due to COVID restrictions in Clark County, the 2020 Producers' Choice Awards will be held here in Nye County at the Pahrump Nugget. Founder and executive producer Al Bowman is excited to bring the red carpet event here to Pahrump.
We're going to do it in Pahrump because Clark County, because of COVID, made it impossible to do events for this type of event, because we have, between 250 and 300 people visit from out of town, out of state, out of country. So the Nugget gave us a venue that would hold 1,500 people, but since we have 240, they're giving us 40 tables of 6 feet apart. So we can hold the event according to all the guidelines and still have live entertainment and presentations. And we're bringing in the heavy hitters for this one. We're bringing in, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame members for this. We have members of Toto, Herman's Hermits, Journey. Lita Ford from The Runaways is going to be there. We have Danny Coker from Counting Cards. He's a Vegas celebrity. We have Stoney Curtis, who's a legend in Las Vegas. So we have, you're going to be sitting in a room full of legends. We're going to honor our own sheriff, our county sheriff, and then we're going to present, hero awards to people like Cooper, who took 4 rounds and lived, and his partner Gibbs that saved him. And then this Berkowitz guy who's going to get into a new line of work helping young wayward kids who need good guidance in their life. So we have, community service awards, but we also recognize entertainment. We have a red carpet event that brings the national media. The paparazzis come, TMZ covers us, Review Journal will be there with the photographer. So we are doing something that is groundbreaking for Pahrump, which is bringing a glitzy, glamorous, Las Vegas, Hollywood-style red carpet event. We recognize a variety of people from different fields. That's why it's called Producer's Choice. We have a bunch. The Producer's Choice Honors presents the Fame Awards. We're the producers. I represent a group of producers that I share with them information about nominee possibilities, people that we'd like to recognize. We all have a discussion. In life, if you can get 3 people to agree on something, it's amazing. So we usually get about 5 or 6 to say, yes, this particular figure from entertainment should be recognized for their achievements. And that's how we pick them.
Well, for more information or to purchase tickets for Saturday's event, just head to producerschoiceawards.com. The festivities begin at 5:30.
Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak is holding a press conference this evening live on his YouTube. For the event is scheduled today at 4:30 p.m. Sisolak is providing an update on Nevada's COVID-19 vaccination planning process. The governor will be joined by Candace McDaniel, Health Bureau Chief, Bureau of Child and Family and Community Wellness Division of Public and Behavioral Health, and Shannon Bennett, Immunization Program Manager, Division of Public and Behavioral Health.
And of course, we'll have more on that on tomorrow night's broadcast. Well, the Board of County Commissioners discussed the proposal for a new animal shelter. This time, they were talking finances.
The bid for building a new animal shelter for Nye County was awarded at the October 6th meeting, but the county is unable to fund the project with current resources and will need to take out a loan to execute the project. When the action item was read, Commissioner Leo Blundo immediately moved to reject the resolution. Blundo said that his idea was to package the animal shelter project with 2 other projects and procure a loan that would finance all 3 projects and possibly save the county money on loan interest. The proposal received mixed support by the commissioners. Commissioners Wickman and Cox were supportive of looking at options that would save money on the project, stating that the board now has more information that was not available at the time the bids were being accepted. Commissioner Strickland pointed out that the animal shelter project is a shovel-ready project. The award bid is ready to go and construction is ready to begin. The 2 projects that Blundo would like to package with the shelter are the shooter site and the convention center or fairgrounds projects. Both of these projects have no water, sewer, or electricity and would set the shelter project way back, as those properties would need to be readied. Strickland said that she is aware that there is another party interested in developing projects in Nye County, and she did not understand why this party did not come forward during the original bidding process. Commissioner Koenig agreed with Commissioner Cox, saying that the interest rate on the shelter project is good and that adding other projects to the loan would increase the length of time that it would take to pay off the projects and would in turn cost more money. Koenig also did not like the lack of integrity that would come with pulling back the awarded bid. After much discussion, the board voted 3-2 to reject the motion made by Blundo. An angry Commissioner Cox then stated that the animal shelter never should have made a meeting agenda because the project did not have funding and would need to be financed. She said that she did not believe that taking an additional 30 days to gather more information on building the projects would have any major effect on the project timeline. After additional discussion and calling for the vote, the board approved the resolution to authorize financing the animal shelter project by a vote of 3-2.
We'll be back with more News 25 just after this.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on. Optum Care Network of Nevada, offering Medicare Advantage members more than 3,000 primary and specialty care providers throughout the state.
And we want to let everybody know that there is a 3-vehicle accident that Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and Nevada Highway Patrol are working right now at this evening hour right across the street from Walmart off of Frontage Road and Highway 160. There are injuries that they are saying at this point, and there are 3 vehicles, as you can see in this video, that are in that little ditch right there. It's between 2 pickup trucks and a sedan. We'll let you know more about this on tomorrow night's broadcast.
Airline shares are up after a proposed stimulus package. Manufacturing may be moving in the wrong direction, and BlackBerry is going automotive.
Topping your news, airline shares are up and away after a bipartisan group of senators on Capitol Hill proposed a $908 billion stimulus package. It includes $17 billion for the airline industry. Airlines took in $25 billion in government money under the CARES Act, but that ended October 1st. American and United are furloughing 30,000 workers. Also in the airline industry, Southwest is back to selling its middle seats. Delta is holding out on selling the middle seat until April 1st. Assigned manufacturing is moving in the wrong direction. The ISM index for November came in at 57.5. That is down from 59.3 in October. A reading above 50 indicates growth. BlackBerry is going automotive. The former iconic mobile phone maker is in a deal with Amazon to develop Ivy. It's a cloud-connected software that can improve vehicle performance.
You know, we had so much fun last night here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, and of course, Quality Signs and Designs helped us out. Ringing bells for the Salvation Army last night. There's a picture of all of us out there with Reva Braun. We want to let you know that Reva is looking for people to help join in this holiday season. The Salvation Army needs volunteer bell ringers for 2-hour slots. There are many hours and days available right now. This is a great way for family, friends, businesses, and organizations to give back. Please call Reva Braun if you are interested at 845-659-3814.
The number of COVID-19 cases has been rising across the country, and traditional in-person schools are debating going back to full-time online learning. While the majority of the nation's school children remain in flux, there are hundreds of thousands of students who haven't been affected by COVID at all when it comes to their education. That's because these students were already attending one of the nation's top online schools. Today we check out K-12, which has been teaching children virtually for the last 20 years.
They start around 6 a.m. when I begin to work on our farm.
Sunny Deb Weaver, a senior at K-12's Arkansas Virtual Academy, has been enrolled in online school since she was in kindergarten.
So much flexibility to work on the farm and work with my animals.
The 17-year-old needed a flexible school schedule due to her love of raising and showing animals. She's won numerous awards in Arkansas and at other shows around the country.
The flexibility of the scheduling with the online public school allows her to work late into the night if she has to stay on top of her coursework.
But it wasn't just about accommodating Sunny Deb's schedule that convinced Mom to go with K-12's Arkansas Virtual Academy all the way back in kindergarten.
Our local school districts have been in academic distress for a number of years, and they were using an outdated curriculum. And naturally, I wanted Sunny Deb to have the best education she could possibly have, so I began looking into other options.
She found the most established online experts in the country through K-12, the largest operator of virtual schools in many states. Now, COVID has catapulted enrollment at K-12 schools by 62%, from 120,000 kids last year to nearly 200,000 this year.
COVID has been, I think, in many ways, an opportunity to excite what's possible in education, but it's also been a challenge because for a lot of families who've really trusted the public school system to educate their children, they now have to be more involved, and we try to take that load off with the way we offer our educational support.
This includes certified teachers trained in online instruction and something called Learning Coach University for families who have never been exposed to virtual education.
With curriculum designed to be online.
Most parents find it more rewarding. They feel that they have a more hands-on understanding of what the child is doing day to day.
As for Sunny Deb, who went all the way from K through 12 in a K-12 virtual school, well, she proves that solid online curriculum can in fact work for students of all ages and grades.
It has given me the opportunity to follow my passion while getting the best education possible.
Kim Martinez reporting.
We'll be right back with more News 25.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by Canyon Ridge Periodontics. Give them a call at 702-966-0302.
Welcome back. Well, if you're working from home these days, you may find yourself in a lot more virtual meetings, which can be exhausting. Jane Perno-Ehrman is a behavioral health specialist with Cleveland Clinic. She recommends scheduling a 5-minute break between calls to allow yourself and others to gather their thoughts.
When you go from meeting to meeting, that's part of the Zoom fatigue. When you're going from meeting to meeting to meeting, you don't have a break in between. And if I were the meeting organizer queen, I would say meetings begin on the hour and they end at 55 minutes.
Perno-Ehrman says meeting virtually can be tough for some people to get used to. They no longer have that same kind of human interaction and may not be getting as many breaks as before. She says it's important for employers to give their staff some time to decompress during the day, even if it's just 5 minutes to step outside or grab a snack. She also says don't feel bad if you're not absorbing as much information or not being as productive. Many people are struggling with the same issues. She reminds us during the difficult time, we all need to have compassion, and a sense of humor doesn't hurt either.
We're all just trying to move through this the best we can, and to not be so rigid about perfection and it has to be just right. To enjoy it. This is a way we get to connect and be with each other. Otherwise, we'd really be stuck.
Another tip: try switching the view of your virtual meetings to speaker view. That way you stay focused on the speaker who deserves your attention.
It's Wednesday, which means it's time to meet another great pet just awaiting their forever home. Today we drop in at Desert Haven Animal Society where Darby O'Donnell introduces us to Emma.
Today's Save a Pet is proudly sponsored by Jason Ernest with Mountain West Lawyers. Call 775-727-9500.
Hi, I'm Darby here at Desert Haven Animal Society, and today we are joined with Emma. Emma is a 2-year-old gray domestic short hair. She is very sweet. Emma actually has a little bit of an issue with her mouth. She has been looked over by a vet. She does not need any sort of medications. She just likes to eat wet food, which I feel like a lot of cats do anyway. I do see that the shelter has been feeding her Meow Mix Tender Bites, so it's the softer of the dry food, and she seems to be doing well with that. She's super sweet, a very small cat, extremely affectionate, has beautiful green eyes. If you want to come and see Emma or any of her friends here in the cat room, give Desert Haven a call ahead of time to make an appointment. 775-751-7020, or you can look them up on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Hi, it's John Kohler from KPVM Channel 25. You're looking at the north side of Pahrump, up from Wheeler Pass. We're up up on a hill. Took about 10 minutes to get here, but what a great place to come, hang out, enjoy some fall weather. Bring your animal, put them in a sweater, shame them into doing something crazy. This is just wonderful up here. Roads coming up are well maintained, kind of go endlessly into the desert, and it's a nice place to be. Great place to hike, great place to camp, even this time of year, if you don't mind a little chill at night. Well, we'll tell you about the chill at the night, and we'll tell you about all the weather that's coming up this week when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Calder from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios, and this is your Wednesday weather report. Hey, you made it all the way midweek. Congratulations, folks. Up in Fernley, they're making it to 45-degree temperatures. Not terribly impressive. Fernley, 16 degrees will be your low tonight. Fallon, trying hard, made it all the way to 46. A little better. 12 degrees temperature will be your low tonight. On Carson City, it's all the way up to 44 and down to 18 later this evening. In Tonopah, you're seeing temperatures as much as 48 degrees and as little as 12 this evening. Goldfield, you're looking at 50 degrees, 14 for a low. Beatty heating up as we head south, 60-degree high mark today, 25 degrees for a low tonight. And in Amargosa, 62 is your high mark, 30 degrees for a low. Las Vegas, 60 degrees. That's pretty dang chilly for Vegas, and 34 for a low. Yeah, they're going to be wanting to turn on the heat, I think, a little bit tonight. Death Valley, you're all the way up to 76 and 41 for your low. Here in the paradise of Pahrump, around 52 degrees current temperature. Come down a little bit from our high today of 61. That was most pleasant. A little wind out of the southeast to 8 miles per hour, and just a titch of humidity. Added a nice little kind of haze on the meadow. I didn't mind that. 6:37 was the sunrise this morning. Glorious sunrise set this evening at about 4:28 p.m. And we'll miss it. Bye-bye, sun. Oh, the dark. Oh, well, it's night. I like night. 31 degrees will be our low tonight. Northeasterly winds to 5 miles per hour. And humidity picking all the way up to 25%. Shouldn't do no harm to no one.
Good night.